Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Taylor, and I am the advocate for the devil. The weather outside is getting colder and colder, and in light of that, this is the perfect time of year to stay inside, get cozy, and curl up with a loved one, all snuggled up and together.
Bone-chilling, blood-curdling togetherness.
That's right, relationships are our topic today, and all that comes with it. The shopping, the fighting, the naked cuddle time. For most people, being in a relationship is one of the most fulfilling things you can do. And to do so, you need to be there for one another, emotionally as well as physically. Togetherness. It's what makes a good couple work. But here's the thing. Sometimes, adding a bit of distance between you and your significant other can be just the thing you need to have a partner for the rest of your life. What I'm talking about is a long-distance relationship.
Long distance is a lie teenagers tell each other to get laid the summer before college.
Not quite. Long distance merely needs a few fundamental things to make work, and make work well. For this, and to be quite honest, any kind of relationship to work, you need to be able to be open and honest with your partner. Communication is key. Talking about your day, how you feel, what you think. In a normal relationship, you can rely on body language, the way you hold yourself close to your partner, hold their hand, make eye contact, and smile that special smile that they recognize as the one you only give to them. The tricky part of long distance is exactly that. There's distance. You can't hold them or touch them or kiss them anytime you want.
What's the point?
Which makes it even more important that talking is a key part of your relationship. Thankfully, we live in a technological era. There are numerous ways that you can keep the dialogue going. Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp phone calls to avoid those pesky long distance charges.
Can you hear me now? Good.
You can schedule dates on Skype where you spend hours and hours doing the one thing you can still do with the one you love. It opens your mind up to new, exciting ways of expressing yourself to that significant other.
All you have to do is free your mind. Free your mind, man! Free your mind!
To share your ideas, to come up with different ways of spending time with each other when a simple dinner and a movie date is nigh impossible. On top of that, the topics that can come up broadens as well. If the conversation continues, you start being able to better visualize all the things you truly look for in another human being. Thoughts on what you two will do when you're finally able to see each other again. Opening up about your pasts when maybe it would have been difficult with someone in closer proximity to your actual living space. And the future. Oh, that marvelous future.
Back to the future!
Now, in a healthy relationship, you aren't just looking for your born from different parents twin. You're looking for an individual. Or many individuals. I am not here to judge polyamorous folk. In my own life, it's always been a one other person kind of deal. Look, the point is, you're looking for a fully formed, has thoughts and opinions of their own human being. And with that comes... arguments! Let's face facts. Fighting happens all the time. You do it with your friends, you do it with your parents, and yes, you do in fact do it with your significant others as well. You may not like the same music or want to watch different movies on Netflix when you're cuddling on that couch of yours. And naturally, as time goes on, these fights get bigger. You suddenly realize that you hate her mother. She despises the way you don't rinse the dishes before leaving them in the sink for 2 days before washing them all, getting that massive pool of ketchup that you need to drown your fries in, a chance to stick damn near unendingly on the plate.
I am done! I don't deserve this. I really do not deserve this. I deserve somebody who gives a shit.
These situations are, sadly, a lot more prevalent in a long-distance relationship. Since on top of the usual bickering that will doubtlessly happen, you don't have the benefit of comforting someone physically. There are times when a simple hug, looking into your partner's eyes, and saying you're sorry is enough to end a small mishap. And that is one thing you don't get in this particular situation. And that isn't even mentioning the stress of distance. Because time difference can be, and usually is, a factor. You won't even be able to speak to your partner every chance you get. There may be hours at a time in a day when you just want to talk about your day, hear about theirs, and you can't. But there is a bright spot in this, and that, my friends, is opportunity. Opportunity to grow as an individual, to improve yourself so that not only are you going to be good for the other person, but even better than you were before.
We can rebuild it. We have the technology. But I don't want to spend a lot of money.
It allows you to go on adventures solo, experience new things, and have exciting conversations about what you've been doing in that far-off place. The sights, sounds, the atmosphere. Not only that, but it allows for some truly mind-blowing back and forth planning sessions so that when you do plan on seeing them, oh yeah, you should definitely plan on seeing them as much as you can, you have many different things to do and see. See, as much as dating is fun, it can also become, oh my god, I am so bored! Ah! Well, I don't want to say boring, but it can definitely fall into a routine. Cheapy Tuesday is movie night. Friday is Chinese takeout food. Saturday is a marathon sex workout mixed with Netflix binge watching to recuperate. In a relationship that focuses less on the actions and more on the conversating, it's the variety in that verbiage that helps things move forward instead of sitting in stagnation.
Maximum effort!
That's right. Both you and your partner both need to be putting your best foot forward. Not every day is going to be rainbows and unicorns. Life finds a way to screw with everybody.
That is one big pile of shit.
You need, and I cannot stress this enough, you need to reassure your partner that things are gonna be okay. Life is not a strict schedule, straight line kind of deal. Things come up. The effort part of all this is in taking the time to spend with your significant other in other ways that you can. Even a quick, hey honey, I love you, halfway through your own work shift is gonna go a long way in maintaining that level of appreciation for the other. On top of that, you need hope. Hope that things are gonna work out in the end. Hope that you both are strong enough to make it through this and anything else. Hope that it hurts them just as much as it hurts you that you can't be together right now.
Because love isn't a thinking thing, it's a feeling thing.
Speaking from personal experience, it will, I assure you, make it so that you don't take anything for granted. You learn to appreciate that openness and ability to communicate better. Those simple pleasures that become the everyday norm for most of the general population, those are going to be astronomically bigger for those that are in long-distance situations. Nothing will be taken for granted, because when the distance is finally over, chances are there would have been a long time of not being able to have those simple pleasures in the first place, and having the time to finally enjoy them, the glow will be palpable. Despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary, I do hope I managed to shed some positivity on the idea of long-distance relationships, whether it be in a greater sense of self-exploration and improvement, a newfound way of expressing yourself to the one you care most deeply about, or even overcoming the struggle of a fight that becomes so much bigger within the distance than it normally would have been without. At the end of the day, a long-distance relationship has many similarities to their normal counterparts. Honesty, communication, and maximum effort are required in both. And while you don't have the comfort of physical touch at all the times you need it, when it finally does happen, it'll be so much more powerful. Feel free to let us know in the comments section below your own stories you may have in this particular realm of soulmate searching, whether they be tales of triumph or unfortunate non-starters, or even a different opinion on the subject, so that I may proceed to prove you wrong.
Boom! Lawyered.
But for now, in the case of long-distance relationships, the defense rests. Fighting and fighting and fighting!